Hello from Arendelle, everyone! I'm back again for another round of story time while Anna and Kristoff get everything set up for our game night tonight. I wanted to tell you all I got a brand new storybook this week, so I thought I would share some fun new stories, and there's lots of really pretty pictures to show everyone. So since we've all been cooped up inside, and I don't know about you guys, but here in Arendelle, it's been a little bit dreary. I thought I would read a story about Olaf's perfect summer day. Summer had finally arrived in Arendelle. Everyone in the kingdom was enjoying the long sunny days after a very cold winter. Oops. Kristoff and the other ice harvesters were on the docks, handing ice out to everyone to keep them cool. This was going to be the hottest day of the year so far. Most of the villagers wanted to stay inside where it was cool, but Olaf could hardly wait to get outside. This was the kind of summer day that he had always dreamed of. There's Olaf with his little flurry cloud. He's so excited about summer. If you even mention summer around Olaf, he'll talk your ear off for 20 minutes. Anna! Anna! Olaf called, running into the princess's room. Guess what today is? It's the perfect summer day. Let's go outside and play. I bet there will be bees buzzing and dandelions fuzzing everywhere. Anna groaned as she sat up in bed. It was sure to be a hot and sticky day outside. Then she saw Olaf's hopeful face. How could she say no? Anna got dressed and the two went to look for Elsa. There you are, Olaf cried joyfully when they found her at last. Today is exactly the kind of day I've been waiting for my whole snowman life. Please, can we go and play in the sunshine? Elsa laughed. That sounds like fun, Olaf. Olaf, Anna, and Elsa set off at once for their fun summer day. In the royal gardens, they noticed some children lying on the grass. Giggling, Olaf bounded over to them. Hi, my name is Olaf. Don't you just love summer? The children were so charmed by Olaf that they jumped up and began to roll around in the grass. Soon, Olaf had all the children chasing butterflies. Summer was turning out to be exactly how he'd always imagined. Look how pretty our garden is. I will say I'm a little glad it's raining so much because that means all of our pretty flowers are going to grow. After a while, Anna plopped down on the grass. Whew! All that running and playing tired me out, she said. Elsa agreed. Let's head to the docks. I think we can find a nice boat to sail to the fjord. Olaf, who had been chasing a bumblebee, stopped in his tracks. We're going sailing? I've always wanted to try sailing. At the docks, Anna and Elsa chose a beautiful sailboat. As they set sail, Olaf hummed happily. He even got to steer the boat. Look at him. Olaf is actually a much better sailor than you would think. He does pretty well for a little snowman. When they reached the shore, Elsa set up the picnic basket, but Olaf couldn't sit still. Don't you just love that feeling of sand on your snow, Anna? He squealed. Come on, let's make sand angels together. Anna gingerly stuck her toes into the hot sand. Oh, goodness, that is warm, she squeaked. She quickly danced on tiptoe to the fjord's edge. This is much better, she said, as water washed over her feet. The three friends spent the whole afternoon playing in the summer sun. They built sand castles and sand people, and they even danced with seagulls. As the sisters splashed around together in the water, Olaf chased the waves, and then was chased by the waves. Look at him. Finally, when they tired themselves out, Anna, Elsa, and Olaf had a picnic on the shores of the fjord. Olaf held a cool glass of lemonade in his hands. He couldn't drink the tasty treat, but he enjoyed the feeling of the cool glass all the same. Hands down, this has been the best day of my life, Olaf said, with a happy smile. As they sailed back to Arendelle, Olaf admired the beautiful color setting sun made in the sky. I wish I could hug the summer sun, he said. I bet it would feel wonderful. Anna smiled tiredly. You might need a bigger snow flurry for that, Olaf, she said. Back at the docks, Kristoff and Sven had just returned from harvesting the mountain lakes. Their sled was once again full of ice. Anna jumped out of the boat and flung herself against the deliciously cold blocks. "Oh, am I glad to see you!" she exclaimed. Meanwhile, Olaf told Kristoff and Sven all about his adventures. When he finished, he sighed with happiness. "I wish it could always be summer," he said. Elsa smiled mischievously. "Summer's pretty wonderful," she said, "but for tomorrow, I predict a chance of snow." You never know. Some days I just wake up and I just feel like we could all use a little bit of a snowstorm, but I definitely let Olaf enjoy his summer. He always counts down. He has a little calendar. He's always so excited. Once it gets to be summertime, he lets us all know, and we throw a big party every year. Speaking of a big party, I know some people are having special birthdays stuck inside, so maybe to celebrate, I'll tell a little story about Anna's birthday when she was little. This one's called The Perfect Birthday. Anna was excited. Tomorrow was her 5th birthday. That was as many years as she had fingers on one hand, and that made it a very big birthday. "Oh, I just can't wait," Anna told her big sister Elsa as they got ready for bed. "It feels like it's taking forever for tomorrow to come." Just then, Anna and Elsa's mother came to tuck them into bed and say goodnight. "You know," Queen Iduna told Anna, "the best way to make tomorrow come faster is to go to sleep. Then, when you wake up, it will be your big day." Anna smiled as she crawled into bed. "Tell me again what it will be like," she said to her mother. "Well," the Queen said, "there will be a grand party with fancy food and beautiful decorations and many important guests. And of course, a pretty new dress for the birthday girl." That was definitely always my favorite part of birthdays. Getting a brand new pretty princess dress. When Anna woke up the next morning, the first thing she saw was her birthday dress sitting in the corner of her room. "Ooh," she breathed, "it's so fancy." And it was. With embroidered trim and lace at the hem, it was the prettiest dress Anna had ever seen. It was perfectly new, perfectly tailored, and perfectly perfect. Anna ate a quick breakfast, and then Gerda helped her into her party dress. When Anna stepped out of her room, she found Elsa waiting for her. It was time to get their hair done for the party. "I'll race you there," Anna cried. Anna took off running, but she tripped over her own feet and got dust all over herself. Elsa laughed at her sister and brushed the dress clean. "Come on, we're going to be late." Elsa took Anna's hand, and together the two sisters skipped down the hall. Poor Anna, she's always been so clumsy. "Birthday curls for the birthday girl," their hairdresser said when Anna and Elsa arrived, "and braids for her big sister." The hairdresser set to work. Soon, Anna had a head full of little curls. "Now, don't move," the hairdresser told Anna. "Those have to set for 1 hour." Anna made a face. How was she going to sit still for a whole hour? "Want me to read you a story, Anna?" Elsa offered. "Yes, please," Anna said. It was hard, but with Elsa's story to focus on, Anna managed to sit still until her hair was finished. Anna looked in the mirror. Her hair looked perfect. She spun around in a circle. As she did, a single curl came loose. Anna looked at herself again. Now she liked her hair even more. Soon it was time for Anna's royal birthday party. "Wow," she whispered as she peered in the banquet hall. There were so many people. Anna knew that perfect manners were a must at a fancy party. After all, she didn't want to embarrass her parents. So, with a little wave at Elsa, Anna walked into the hall with her head held high. She nodded politely at each guest seated at the table, and when she sat down, she made sure to sweep her skirt under her so it wouldn't crease. Anna behaved perfectly all the way through dinner. She kept her elbows off the table, and she made sure to eat everything on her plate. Having perfect manners wasn't exactly fun, but Anna knew her parents would be proud of her. It was all going great until she let out a loud burp. "Excuse me," Anna said, clapping both hands over her mouth. Her cheeks turned bright red in embarrassment. Burping was definitely not good birthday manners. Anna's father smiled. Don't worry, he reassured Anna. Sometimes a burp is a compliment to the chef. And then the king burped. There, he said. Now the chef knows we both enjoyed the meal. Anna laughed. Her father always knew how to make her feel better. When the cake came, Anna tried her hardest to eat neatly, but she still ended up with frosting on her face. She crossed her eyes and tried not to giggle at the big blob on her nose. But before Anna could do anything, her mother swiped the frosting off Anna's nose and right into her own mouth. Yum, she said, winking at Anna. Anna couldn't help but smile. Look at that beautiful birthday cake. I remember that one. It was super tasty. That night, as she got ready for bed, Anna sighed. She had really been looking forward to her birthday, but she'd been concentrating so hard on acting perfectly, she hadn't had a chance to have any fun. Suddenly, Anna heard a voice. Psst! It was Elsa. Are you ready for your real party? Elsa asked. My real party? Anna responded. Isn't that what I just had? With a grin, Elsa waved her hand. These royal parties are too proper to be any fun. The best way to celebrate is with a sisters-only party. Elsa grabbed Anna by the hand and pulled her into the hall. There are just 2 rules, she said. No manners and no grown-ups. Anna and Elsa snuck through the castle as quietly as they could. First, the sisters raided the kitchen for leftover birthday cake, which they ate with their hands and no forks or plates. Then they snuck into the laundry and took out as many pillows and blankets as they could carry. The 2 dragged their supplies back to their bedroom, where they built the largest pillow fort Anna had ever seen. The sisters even had a pillow fight. Just when Anna thought her night couldn't get any better, Elsa gave her a special birthday gift. It was a painting Elsa had made of the 2 of them. Anna loved it. Much later, Anna and Elsa finally climbed into bed for the night. You were right, Anna said. Sisters only is way better. Did you have a good birthday? Elsa asked. Thanks to you, Anna told her sister. It was perfect. Well, I have to go and join everybody for game night tonight. I think Anna has something special planned, but I hope that you're all finding ways to stay entertained inside and that everybody's staying super safe. I hope that we can all see each other again soon.